Hello everyone and welcome to another video. I'm Wibbert and this is gonna be one of my builds. That's why I call this channel Whips Builds. And I've been doing some experimenting with the rail. And it was sufficiently derpy for me to decide to not include it into a video. And I've learned a couple of things because I wanted to do a viaduct here. And one of the things that I learned is that you need a little more space on this side to make that a viaduct. So that didn't work out very nicely. I wonder if... see, I managed to fit this diagonal in here. But maybe I just changed the way this whole road works. Yeah, it's been a bit... I know I normally upload videos on the Fridays, but this week was not a good day for an upload on Friday. And now I just derped out that intersection, so everything's fine. I'm just trying to find a good solution for this rail thing, because I do want to use rails in the city as well, because I just think it makes sense to have rails here. I might just, yeah, but there also needs to be a road connection here. So what I need to do is find a way for this rail to give this one extra block, because this can only go straight, and now it's forced into this very steep. Okay, well maybe I can just, yeah, I'll just level it, whatever. That means a viaduct might be out of the question. I could do a flexible underpass maybe. Let's look at the flexible underpass. So these flexible underpasses, they were made sufficiently, well, a lot easier with the new network. Okay, I'm derping out a bit. They were made a bit easier with the new network add-on mod. I think that's just it. Okay, that's the one. But that's like network add-on mod version 39, I think. But I did not install that yet. And I do not have a good reason why I didn't install it, because yeah, I just procrastinated on it because I remembered installing the previous one wasn't the easiest thing in the world. Let's do a bit of a diagonal here maybe. Can that just do a nice transition there maybe? It could not. Okay, let's just... I kind of like the way this straight road runs up in there, so I'm not gonna remove that. So I'm just gonna not do the diagonal maybe. Okay, I could do a diagonal transition here. I don't know if that's gonna make sense, because that might just take up way too much space over here. Yeah, it should be like that. And then maybe something like that. Of course, there's a big height difference in here. Yeah, I don't like the look of this. So I don't know. I need to find a way to get this a bit smooth. because I do like my height transitions to be as smooth as possible. So I'm gonna try to use some rails here. Maybe that works. It kind of works. I think this might be the right direction. And then I think if I bulldoze this, then this will be a too long block, and if I then start dragging the road from here, it will make a transition into straightness. And then I'll just have to accept that it's gonna look like this. Like this, I mean. Not with the weird stuff there, but like this. This is still a bit weird. I'm not gonna micromanage the terrain for now, because yeah, I might do some micromanagement on the terrain at some point, but now I've just been derping for so long that so the plan with the rail, because I just, yeah, maybe I want to do a viaduct here, because this still looks a bit weird, maybe, to have like an underpass in the middle of nowhere. So maybe it's less in the middle of nowhere if I just put some commercial around here. Maybe like that. You could still walk here, but over here would make sense maybe. And then if I can just, I guess I'll just rotate it like that maybe. And maybe something like that. I don't know if it even makes sense to have these here, but I'll have them there. So the idea with the rail, I started this sentence I think a couple of times already. Let me just zoom out and pray that the game doesn't crash. Okay, I think that's a good zoom. So the idea with the rail is for, there's these open areas in between the system that I've been putting down, and I've looked at the map from a bit farther now, and I think it looks kind of cool, these little cliffs that I just propping up like that. But I'm not gonna continue this system all over the place, I'm pretty sure. I think I'm gonna make this go on a bit further, but one thing that is flexible, there's a lot of flexible parts about the system where you can just change it a little bit to make the shape a bunch different. But one thing that I'll change over here is the gap in between them, because that would potentially allow me to have like a little bit of a green zone. Let's turn off the grid because it just makes it look a bit unnatural. So the idea is to have a bit of a green zone where then the rails go in between, because yeah, that seems realistic to me. Cities where I've lived where they had rails, I've not always lived in cities where they have a train network, but we tend to hide those train network behind some trees and stuff, because they reduce the noise, and they also, yeah, I think it's mainly the noise, but of course in real life you don't want to have the trees too close to the rails, because then the leaves get on the rails, which would potentially create problems for trains that are trying to brake when there's all kinds of rotting leaves on the rails. So in real life you wouldn't want to have them too close, but I'm not gonna I'm not gonna really be too finicky about how close they are to the rails. Gonna maybe try to not have them overlap. So that's gonna be a rail line, and as you can see here, you can also do fractionally angled rails. I think I'll probably show that at some point. There's actually more options for rails, I believe, in terms of fractional angles, though I haven't learned every type by heart. Sometimes it just transitions into one by accident. But yeah, so there's fractional angle stuff, and what I mean by fractional angle, here you have Yeah, so I can't really... Okay, let's say over here, if I turn on the grid, these roads follow the grid, which is just the base game. And then there's diagonal stuff, which I have over here. They just go diagonal. And there's these weird angles, which got added by some modders. And it's a big mod that I installed, which is called the Network Add-on mod. And it allows you to place these weird looking angles. And you can create some crazy stuff with that. So yeah, that's for roads, and you can also use that, and they call that fractionally angled. I don't know exactly why they came up with such a weird name, but I guess I wouldn't really be able to come up with a better name. Additional angled, maybe. But then how are you gonna... yeah, additional angled, maybe that would be a better name. Yeah, and those angles, the new angles, are still based on the blocks. It's just that instead of doing because like a diagonal would be 1 over and 1 across, and now it's like 3 over 1 across or 2 over 1 across for the fractional angle, or the additional angle. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is try to make a smooth curve into this general direction. And so I'm trying to follow this line generally, and then just have like a big area that's just gonna be woods. And as you can see here, there's, I believe, some steep terrain there, so I'm gonna try to skirt about at the bottom of that. So it's gonna be pretty high elevated rails. Well, they're not elevated, but the elevation of the terrain where the rails is gonna be pretty high. And the idea is, I've been talking about the plan, but yeah, I'm just gonna talk about the plan. So the idea is to also have some rails come in from this side. There's not gonna be a city on this side, but I think it's just more realistic to have some extra rail connections, and I can do it like a double rail system or whatever. I'm gonna have to, yeah, experiment with that. And then let's zoom out one more. So with the rails coming in like that, I also want them to continue on over here, because I'm planning to do a big harbor city over there. Yeah, over there. I think the shape of that water tile, partial water tile, is a bit better for a harbor than this one, but I might be proven wrong at some point. It also has a nice little island which I could use for like a lighthouse or something, so I think that would look a little bit better on that tile. And over here I'm gonna do this terraced thing in various systems, I think, and I'm gonna try to figure out new like methods. But over here in the center, or this general area, I'm hoping to do like a bit of a downtown kind of central business district kind of thing. I might look at some existing cities or whatever to look for inspiration on how those are structured, but if I look at any American city, it's just gonna be block, 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 and I might not want to do that. I don't know. Maybe that's nice to just have a big block and then have all these weird little terraced things going around it, and then have this big plateau, and then I don't know. So I'm gonna have to experiment with that. I've also had the idea of maybe doing a big octagon shape. Well, not an exact octagon, but using the fractional angles, do like a big octagonal kind of shape, and then have those all run into there, and have the rails come in. I guess somehow they are gonna have to not cross every road that they... Yeah, so it's probably gonna be a bunch of viaducts or whatever. Maybe I'll do some sunken rails stuff. Maybe at some point it transitions, but sunken rail would be, because yeah, I'm just jumping from thought to thought when I speak, and I think you must have noticed that by now. But yeah, the fractional angle rail is quite limited in terms of the overpass stuff and whatever you can do. So that's why I'm choosing to just use this area as like a nature reserve slash buffer zone for the rails, so I don't have to like finick about with overpasses and then transition it to a straight and then back to a fractional angle just for an overpass, and have to do that like every block. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep this whole area quite separated from this whole area, because that is not efficient, it's not good city planning, but that is how real cities work in real life. And I'm just gonna be a bad mayor in terms of connectability and stuff. Maybe I'll actually remedy that by using some stations here or there and have them be able to use the rail network to go from yeah, I guess there's some jobs here, but mostly this is supposed to become residential, or supposed to be. That's what I'm planning on having this be residential. And I've been talking for like 15 minutes, I think. So I'm just gonna start building. And yeah, so I'm not gonna continue this system right now, because I want to know how much space I need for the rails. So I'm gonna try to like continue the rail network and add in the other line and then see how things go. So how you drag these is in bits of 4. Let me just show on an area that is insignificant for me right now. So this is 4 tiles, and then you have 4 tiles like this, and as you can see, this is just 2 bits of rail. But if you do a 2 and a whatever length, it can be 2 or longer, then it starts to transition. Oh, that one isn't transitioning. Did I drag it too long? Yeah, this is a 4, right? Yeah, so this is not how it works. I don't know. Maybe I started it at the wrong spot. Maybe they had have a bit more of an overlap. Maybe if I do. Yeah, so it needed a bit more overlap. And I'm not sure if this is like, because there's multiple ones. This might even be a different one from the one that I was using. I have no idea. So if you want to use these, don't just think that you know how to use them, but just look at the network add-on manual. It's like a NAM docs. It's somewhere on the internet, and I would recommend. Okay, so I'm just gonna do a 2 now to transition into straight. If that's gonna work. Yeah, okay, it kind of worked, but this is really steep now, and I'm gonna need to, yeah, because the transitions, I think I want, yeah, okay. Does this work? I think this will look a bit weird how steep this is, but whatever. So, yeah, rails are still quite limited in terms of the amount of gradients that they can handle in a smooth way. Oof. Yeah, so what is causing all these derps is that in order to transition from fractional angle stuff, you need 2 disconnected pieces of rail. I'm not sure I want it that low. Yeah, so you need like, this piece is disconnected from that one, which causes this one to be disconnected also in terms of the way the game wants, not the game, I think the network add-on mods causing these gradient things, but the way the network add-on mod does the whole gradient thing is now also influenced in a different way. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to make a plateau around here and just pick a height, I guess, but I kind of liked how random this stuff was, so I don't really want to do that. But I think what I'll have to do is at least... Is this just diagonal? Would a diagonal work? No, it's not quite diagonal. I do believe there was... wait, which one? Because you could drag it like that or like that. I think it's like that. There was like a... Maybe it works like that. No. Yeah, there was like a... Another... Oh my, I'm derping around so hard right now. Oh my god. I do not like how much I'm derping. So I'm gonna just tap this tool to get this terrain to look a bit more normal again. Just tap it. If any of you have ever seen Bob Ross, then I guess you will know that reference. Just tap it. Yeah, so rails are pretty freaking hard to work with. If I start the diagonal here, let's just say I start... Wow. Why would it create such a massive cliff there? Can't it just use the lower one? Because now I have to get all the way up there. Wait, can I maybe do something? I think it's this one. Then this is gonna look weird. I'm pretty sure this is gonna look super weird. Hey! Can I just connect it? I am hoping this will connect. Yeah, okay, I think I'll just have to start this from up there. Yeah. It's not really gradienting anywhere. Oh my god, this all looks so weird. And yeah. So this being so steep is not how I'm gonna have to, how I want to have this. Maybe the idea, or an idea, is to just make this flat. Ooh. And just, I don't know if this is even reachable. Let me just look here. And it's also a bit hard to see what we're building. Yeah, so these are all disconnected bits. So you basically, maybe if I do that, yeah, it creates a bit of a smooth slope. Yeah, I need to drag that onwards. Have a disconnect 2 over there. And then transition into straightness. but now it's like on a very steep gradient, right? And I do not like that. So what I want to get is like an anchor bit over there. And I hope that if I drag rails towards over here, maybe I just have to put some anchor bits over here as well. Yeah, it just changed. Oh man. Game. I do not want it to be that high up. I don't even want this to be so steep. Yeah, let's say I want it to be this high. Is that really how high? It still seems pretty high. Maybe. I just want you to go flat. Go into something flat. Please. Why are you so steep? Oh my god. Stop doing things. Yeah, so this is a very fun thing to do. Okay, we have something here. I'm just gonna make this whole bit. I'm sorry. I started to swear word there. I think I'm getting a bit frustrated, maybe. Okay. Why do you want to do this? Stop torturing me. Can I just do something like that to stop it from torturing me? What's going on here? Oh, now this rail is doing things. Maybe if I just delete this, it will help it. Yeah, that looks amazingly cool. Yeah. No, this is exactly what I wanted to see here. Of course, I'm being sarcastic. For those of you who are not aware of my sarcasm. Oh yes, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. I think, I hope, I pray. I don't really pray because I'm not religious, but it's something to say. And now I'm just gonna use whatever I can to flatten this out. And I want to just do this diagonal over there. And I need this to be flat for that. And oh wow, this terrain is really not working with me. I think if I'm gonna get two rails, then I'll have them on different levels. That might look cool, I think. You might not think, but I might think. Okay, this is working. So I'm just gonna continue it, and it stopped working. And it stopped working at all. Wait. So, okay, let's just start the diagonal. I think I want to remove that bit and see if I can transition this into the diagonal that I'm looking for. Yes, I can. I know diagonals are a bit more finicky in terms of height transitions, but I'm just gonna see what this might look like if I do something like that. Oh, yeah, that's pretty good. And then the question becomes, I do kind of like this, but I'll like do another rail line over here, which is gonna reduce this cliff but create a different cliff on the other side, I hope. That's what I'm gonna be aiming for, but I have to really carefully look at these tiles. Yeah, so maybe a rail line like over here. It wanted to do it there. I don't know, maybe this is too high still. Let's turn off the grid and look at the terrain, because so the cliff textures get stretched a bit maybe. I kind of like this look. Let's just give him some completion there. Yeah, they are kind of like grown towards each other, but this one is ending in a pretty steep slope, as you can see. Which might end up derping me out at some point. Now, I think I'll transition into a couple of straight bits over here. Yeah, I'm not sure I want this to be that steep. So let's say this is where I'm aiming for. One of the annoying bits about these trees is that their building footprint is not exact. Will this suffice as an anchor? No, it does not. And maybe if I do something like that, make it a bit more chunky. It will work. No, it doesn't work because that's not, So what I can do now is delete it a bit and maybe a bit more, and try to start over here, so I can maybe do something like that. Oof, 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 oof. That's not what I wanted. I think this is just... It might just be work in progress, but this is a pretty dumb... It's just very, 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 very annoying to work with, this whole rail system. And I can't remember that the base game had this much constant derping out of terrain, and it's just stupid to do that. Why would you make it? Okay. I'm losing my patience. And it's basically just because I want to do things that I know are hard in the game, because this game is not optimized for, well, optimized, I guess it wasn't designed for expensive rail networks. I want to just... I click this, right? So at this point I'm very close to being in a fetal position, praying that the game will just go easy on me at some point. So this is just being I don't know why it's doing this. What if I do like that? It's just ignoring it. What? No, it's not enough. Okay. So we got something that goes down. Maybe I'll delete that. I don't know what kind of things it's calculating and remembering or whatever, but it's definitely not... it's not something that you'd be able to sell, let's just say it like that. It wouldn't be something you'd call a finished product. Oh my god. Just that's short for I started the F word again. Just give me some leeway here, man. Stop derping the terrain. Maybe the creators of these kind of things, they don't care about terrain. Maybe that's just why it's so. Maybe they just want to drag big. But I think their ideas must have come from a position where they wanted to have smooth rails, and that's why I'm being so finicky about all this. It's because I want smooth rails. But this tool is kinda just stopping me in some way. Okay, now I want a diagonal over here. And it's just gonna do its thing, right? It's just found a random slope over here. Because it's just rude. Why are you even creating a slope? Just go horizontal. Rails don't like slopes. Stop making slopes. So I'm sorry if I'm starting to get annoyed with the rails. I know. I've known these rails are like this for plenty of time, and it's really my fault for still trying to do these things with them. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to see, because if you look over here, this is very realistic. This is yeah. Rails really like that kind of a shape when they move. Oh yeah, no, this is. I just clicked here, right? I just wanted to flatten that. Use this. Why don't you use the flatness of that? Ah! I'm just gonna stop using the rails for flattening, I guess. Yeah, I'm starting to lose my mind here. Because it's being unreasonable, if you ask me. The way this is working is just unreasonable AF. Which stands for a bad word. And I'm trying to keep this. These videos aren't made for kids or whatever, because kids don't like these kind of games. But I do, if there is any like person on here that shouldn't be hearing bad words, then I do like to avoid using those. But yeah, I don't know. Your kids are gonna hear bad words anyways at some point, so maybe you should stop trying to be so overprotective of them. And accept that the world is just a place where people use bad words. And then there's even the question of why is a word even a bad word? Who decided that this was a bad word? And the answer is bad words are bad words. At least they started out as bad words, not because they had a evil meaning or whatever, but just because they sounded like working class ways of speaking. At least that's how they started. And okay, cool. So back in the days, or even these days, I don't know, I don't think things have really changed in terms of working class and upper class kind of stuff. But yeah, there were like people who didn't like the way it's not really necessarily working class, but it's lower educated, I guess. Maybe that's what. So I would use some working class words to describe this, but I'm gonna try to constrain myself, because there's some upper class people who don't like me using working class words. I don't know if that's really the. I think that's what I heard at some point, and it made sense to me. That it's just fancy people trying to be fancy, and thus avoid using the same words, or finding a reason why some words would be offensive when they're uttered by people that they find offensive. Because if you're not used to, like, builders or whatever, if you're not used to them, then their way of speaking and stuff. Wow. Now that's on me, because I've done that. I just did that like a minute ago. But what? Somebody explain to me what lines of coding are causing that. I want to see who coded. No, I don't want to see the person who coded that, but I want to see the source code of that interaction, because I think it might be hilarious. There must be some. So even streets, okay. Yeah, that's just weird coding. That's just somebody made a mistake there. There's no way that that is intended. Maybe if I do it like that, hey. So I'm trying to connect this to over here, and it's really hard to see the diagonals. Okay, so that's not it, so I need to go out a bit further. Okay, it's all the way over here. Can't I make this flat? I can. Yeah, that's another thing. Not being able to just make things flat at those points is really annoying. Let's just start making this diagonal. Yeah, it's doing exactly what I wanted it to do. It just suddenly just decided to go all the way down instead of just continuing what I was trying to set up, which is great. It's just great game interaction. So I'm just gonna flatten this and see how high it's gonna end up. And if anything, it might ease up the way this is gonna be able to get flattened out a bit. So it's a bit low. Did I bulldoze through there? No. So this is gonna look weird. It's gonna have a bunch of ups and downs, but I'm just gonna accept it for what it is. It's my ugly baby. Okay, whatever. Maybe this was derping it out. Alright, place your bets. Is this gonna get derped out or not? Okay, it's not even wanting to build. Okay. Well, if you said no, then I guess you might have won, but it also got derped out because it didn't even want to. Oh, here we go. Yay. Alright, I'm just gonna stop with the rails for now, because let me just have a bit of a look of what the rails look like now. Yeah, I just rotated it twice. So this is what it looks like now. Okay, that's just the plaza that wasn't drawing yet. Yeah, before I continue, I basically, I do like the double level kind of idea. Though at some point I wanted them to go closer to one level, and I think they maybe, yeah, this is a bunch lower than it is here, so I guess it's going the right direction. It might make sense at some point, but for now, that was just a bunch of derps. A whole bag of derps. So let me just do something else for now, because I don't want to do anything like that ever again, basically. But I'm kind of forcing myself to do that stuff, so I don't think I'm the only one to blame for those derps, because whoever made some of those interactions, they might have done the best they can, right? Let's give them the benefit of the doubt that it was just hard, and this is how as good as they got it to work. Let's just put some shops around here, whatever. Have some shops. Or maybe have some more shops. And let's just do some symmetry. I do like my symmetries. Oh. What? Oh yeah, that's because of the... Yeah, okay. So this is a bit different. Okay, let's just make it a 3 long, then use Alt to rotate. And I think I'll just do some Patmol stuff here. Let's use some of these. Boom, boom. I basically don't want to do anything too fancy. I just want some of these lantern kind of things. And we got 2 out of 3 and 4, and let's just make some empty space there. Yeah. I'm just gonna see what grows there, whatever. Maybe I'll continue this one. I'm gonna put this on slows to let anything grow that wants to grow. Oh my god, I've had some frustrating experiences in games, but I never thought SimCity would do it to me. But yeah, to be honest, I think a lot of that frustration comes from me just trying to do new things that I haven't practiced and then being recorded. Well, being recorded sounds like somebody else is recording me, but it's basically just me recording myself. I think this goes like that. And then into a straight or something. And then, I don't know. We'll see how that exactly works out. But normally, yeah, okay, that's one too far over for sure. Because normally there would be like a connector road over there, so that would stop that because of the slopes. Yeah, so in general, when you're doing a system like this, it's better to just, yeah, at least if you're doing like a plateau system, it's probably more efficient to just flatten the area out if you have a good idea of the exact shape. 1, 2, 3. So let's just do that. Now that's gonna continue that road. Yes, because once you've put down some roads, they might just, especially with fractional angles, they can get pretty finicky, similar to the rails in terms of... Okay, I have no idea what I'm I'm continuing that at this point. 6 by 6 over here. Yes. Let's just plop that down. I like that direction. And a 6 by 6 over here. Let's just continue the road for now. I think it's like that. Yeah, it was a step of 2. 6 and 6. I don't know if that's 6. Yes, it's 6. Basically that also means that this is like a road. And wait a second. Oh right, I shortened that one. So maybe I just do a 1/6. Yeah, okay. I think it's these bits that are dripping. Okay. Is this going to fix it? No, I must have mistakenly put this down. Let's just look at the... And my coffee got cold. I don't like it when my coffee gets cold. But let's just look over here. Okay, but we can see that we have like 4 bits open. And I went for 3 bits open. So these bits are open and then there's the road. So overlap of 3 to create fractionally angled 3 road. And let's just see if this is doing a thing. It's still a bit derpy right now, but whatever. Is that even correct? And how does this one line up? Well, this one should be poking through. Because what I'm using is, I explained that in like the tutorial video that I did, but I'm using a clockwise system in this one, where every T intersection has the middle one pointing in a clockwise direction. And that's because the T intersections, I tried to explain that in the guide video on fractionally angled roads, and I think I did a pretty okay job on it, but there's basically like a semi-limited, it's a more limited pattern for the T intersections, which causes you to, well, one system is that you do clockwise and anti-clockwise rotations in terms of their directions, and then you can make squares, but then it also means that you can only use the T intersections. Well, not only. Okay, words are not the right tool to explain it, I guess. What is going on with this? 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, it's transitioning into... Huh? Oh, weird. And you probably don't know why I think that was weird, but whatever. Okay. This is now a thing. I still need to... Yeah, this is that. Let's look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm not sure if that's... I think that is actually 1. But it does a diagonal first. And it would do the diagonal right after that intersection. So let's start over here. See how this lines up. Yeah. Transitioning from the fractional angle into a diagonal means that you need to make one, because if you look at this, it starts here, there's a little triangle there, which means this is also a part of it. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 5 long, but if you look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So a normal stretch is 6 long. And if you want to transition into a diagonal, you have to make it 5 long at the end, and then put this little 2-bit over there. And then you want to drag from this style, and you want to make it look like that. See? Nice transition. Alright. This is not the right direction for the fractionally angled road. I do know that. I need to have a straight bit over here. But that also means you can just do something like that. And you can make, because now it's not really smooth, you can make it like smooth by doing something like that. So you just drag the road again. I know that these two are blank spaces, and then here's the fiver, the 5x5. Let's just put some pattern down for that. So that's the 5x5 block, then there's a space, and then there's the other 5x5 block. And I believe no, that can't be, that has to be it though. But why is it not doing a thing? Okay, it's doing the thing now. Oh wait, okay. So in order to transition from a fractional angle into a straight, you need like this little 2 bits, similar to how you needed it by the diagonal. And I place it over here, but you need to place it because there's supposed to be this little triangle over there, so you need to start it there and end it one over, and then you can just continue straight road. Well, it turns out that the straight road in this case directly transitioned into diagonal and then back into fractionally angled road, but it's, I don't know. Oh, so now I accidentally deleted that triangle. And now you might think, oh, it's all ruined, but you can just click it, man. Just click it. You can just click it. It's amazing. Just click it. I sound like a televangelist or something. Alright, alright. I'm actually not quite sure what I'm wanna do here. So I'm just gonna stop. I think this is already a super long video. I'll speed it up for a bit to see the buildings grow. Wait, let's just do some day-night cycle thing. Because I'm not gonna be, wow. Okay, let's just have a little bit of a tour of all the new buildings that we are seeing here. And I'm gonna just put it on play. Let's give it like a medium speed. Maybe I can like click it. Yeah, so you can look up those names. They are in the description if you have anything here that you'd like. Kensington Apartments, this are the natural. And as you can see, he did a very detailed job on the night lighting, and I think it looks so realistic. But now I lost where the other ones are. Is this not a Kensington? No, this is okay, I can't pronounce that. I'm dyslexic, by the way. So yeah, so this is all MET DB, MET 32, I don't know the exact name. Yeah, these are just BLS housings. Those won't be in the description because I already showed them a bunch of times. The Burley, I think these are, yeah, okay. Ennuyeuze is how you pronounce it in a very Dutch way, I think. Oh, I like that these two are like next to each other. Have like a little bit of a extended neighborhood with those things. So those are the Burley. I'm not sure how, because in Dutch we have like a specific pronunciation for the EU combination, but I don't think that's a international thing. Okay, I'm not sure if that's all of them. Okay, there's some more Burley over there. I think that's most of them. Let's see what's going. Oh yeah, that was the BLS growing. Yeah, so I'm just gonna zoom out for a bit and watch the sunrise, I guess. So people are complaining about their suitcases again. I probably need to find a way to give them some more jobs. Weird thing is that in the next tile over there was like I was having trouble growing jobs, so but yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just putting down. I'm just gonna go into the menu because okay, 10,000 inhabitants. That's not too much. There's some commercial demand. Oh, they want high tech. Yeah, I think if I'm gonna put high tech in the city, I'm gonna have to install like a quadrupler for high tech, because I'm using the Industrial Revolution mod. Let's see what is growing here. And that just increased another Kensington. I think that was... Oh, it's not Kensington. It is Kensington. Wait, why does it show Kensington? Huh. Oh, wait. The on is on the next line. Okay. Yeah, so it's another Kensington apartment. Yeah, I want to recommend, if you like these, if you download these buildings and whatever, and you like them, don't forget to leave a nice comment for Matt. Okay, Matt B325. Yeah, that's his name. Leave a comment saying how you like his buildings and how you might, yeah, I don't know. Nicknames are hard, so let's not judge him on his weird nickname. But yeah, so these, if you hadn't noticed yet, this is a diagonal building. Yay! So, okay, I'm not sure if these are... yeah, they're having trouble populating everything because of the job problem, which I'm gonna have to solve next episode. But for now, I want to thank you all for watching, and I'd like to see you again. Goodbye.